the Peugeot 406 that we're doing a build video on. This is for the confident builder. First of all, what you need to be doing is taking the roof skin off. If it's coming an inch from the windscreen here, obviously you're taking your windscreen out first, an inch in there and an inch in from this line here, cut straight across that side, straight across here, right to the back. As you can see, we're part of the way through this one. Going to the back, what we're going to do is, this is the back window here, where the back window goes up to. As you can see, we're going straight across, cut the back straight across. You can see as we put this back on again, just to show you. It's straight across where the wind, just as it starts curving up, straight across. Doesn't matter if you're a few mil out, makes no difference, as you see when we go along with it. So that's all the top off, an inch in here, an inch in here, so the whole skin's coming off. Straight across the back, straight across. As you can see, this is the shelf that holds the speakers on the back. Now you can take this out on its joins on the edges, straight down the edge. You'll see where it's joined. It's only spot welded in. There's about 4 spot welds on each side. We've already taken this one out, we'll just put it back in to show you. When it's taken out, you can see where it was joined with its spot weld. Put it straight across, or just take the spot welds out. As you can see, we'd already cut this tyre wheel out, we'll just put it back in to show you. Full tyre wheel right the way across. You'll see a plate at the back if you go underneath the car. You're coming down, across and up. You can't go wrong looking from underneath. And that's the tyre well cut out. It's all a very thin metal this. We're going to brace this up with 3mm sheet metal straight across, so it's going to end up a lot stronger than what it was to start with. Looking from inside the boot, you'll see this inner wall here, where your wheel sits inside. Now if you go level with this here, this piece, if you put your carpet back inside, you'll see this. Level with this, straight back, you can see the rear quarter at the back there where we've cut. So that's directly straight across, and you're going to cut this rear quarter. As you can see, that's the rear quarter that we've cut off. As you can see, this is the rear panel that we've cut off. Now 7 inches in, if you measure from the back, 7 inches in, so you're looking from the back of the in the boot, you see this that section there's the tyre well. Measure 7 inches in, that's into the car, from the back panel, and cut straight across. So that's level where they're done at the back, straight across, 7 inches in. So you're going to take off this full back panel. Remember that's 7 inches in. Three inches in from the edge where the window sits on the door pillar here. So that's 3 inches in. Make a cut straight across the roof, straight across the back. You've already taken the skin off, so you're going straight across. To take this section off, then obviously the back section will come off. And that's 3 inches in. And you just cut clean across, straight across. As you can see, this is the pillar. The seat belts go on. Now what we're going to do at the bottom is level with this line here, straight across. If you put tape on it, makes it a little bit better for your marking. If you measure 4 centimetres, that's level with the bottom. Not right at the bottom, but level with the bottom of this window lip here. Cut straight across, 4 centimetres up, straight across again, and take that segment out. Right, coming to the inside of the door here, you'll see we've put a cut straight through this part here, that's up to the post. Now this is where it was originally welded, so you're cutting where the original weld was, and we're going to weld this back up in a bit. But put the cut through the weld, right the way through it, just up to level with this post here. This is your pillar. Just up to level with there, cut straight through there. As you can see here, this is the pillar again, this is the inside of it. Just when it starts to curve, see if it starts to curve here, 2 inches down, put a cut again across here, straight through. Now this is a weld which is underneath this. You're cutting straight across. It doesn't matter if you cut on the weld or not, it's going to get welded back up again. Right, so you're cutting straight across, up to the edge of the pillar, straight through. As you can see on this side we've done the cut. Now there's a piece here that we've cut out, and what we're going to do, I'll come back to this later on and show you which piece it is we cut out, but run some masking tape, level with the pillar, straight down. It's on the 406, it just comes out just slightly, it lumps out here, and we want this to come straight down. Run your tape straight down here, straight down so it's level with the pillar. Cut this section out, very easy to do, an air saw is easy to cut it with. Cut it across there, underneath, because this is the lip here, which comes down, across there, up and straight up. Doesn't matter if you go a little bit over, it's going to get welded all back up again afterwards. Anything that was cut out that shouldn't have been cut out can always be welded back in again. Coming to the top of the roof after we've taken the skin off, you see these bits, they're very flimsy. Very flimsy. This is the piece underneath the roof skin. As you can see the many flimsy pieces of thin metal. I know it's shocking when you see it, when you've seen the roof skin off, but the skin's very flimsy as well. So all in all, a roof on a car is not very strong. But anyway, what we're going to do is cut straight down the middle, straight across, and straight down across this one, straight across the middle. The best after you've cut them is just put some tape on it to stop you from cutting yourself on the sharp edges. Right then, now what we're going to do, as you can see, those have been cut. We're going to push on this area here. It is very flimsy, so it pushes quite easily. 2 people are better. Literally, just give it a good push and it'll push inwards. Now you've taken off the back, you've taken off the whole back end, you've put the cut down here, you've cut in the middle, and this is going to bend inwards. Now this can only bend one way. It can't bend straight back that way, and it can't bend in that way. It will only go straight back. Now if we see the corner, after you've taken your carpet out and centre console, behind the handbrake, the corner, in the middle of that lump in the middle, so it's right in the middle of the tunnel, we're going to push this pillar in that direction. Now you can't go wrong. This is impossible to go wrong, believe it or not, and you'll see why in a minute. So when we push it, and we push firmly down, we take it back, straight back to that point there. Right, we've now pushed this pillar back, and automatically this gap closes. Now we've left it a bit open so you can see what we're talking about. Obviously, if we push that a bit further down, this is going to close. Now before we weld this up, we're going to brace it inside, so it's going to be a lot stronger than what it was previously. But like I say, we'll come back to these sorts of things later. What we need to do is take a measurement from this corner here, that's this corner here, to the corner here. When that measurement is 300 millimetres, that's 12 inches, we know we've got it right. It's got to be 300 millimetres. 1 or 2 millimetres out is okay, but not 5 or 7. It's got to be 300, 301, that's a push. From here to here. Now if that measurement is right, there's no way the shape of that roof can be wrong. That automatically will only push in one direction. Down there it will only go, even if you pushed it in a different direction, it would still go in that direction. It can only bend that way. Like I say, the piece that we've taken out, when this closes, if that closes up, and we're going to come to welding that later, 300mm from here to here. As you can see, I'm putting my tape measure up to this corner and straight across here to that bottom corner, which is this corner on the other side, right at the top edge here. So hold the tape measure there on the other side. I'll get somebody else to, like that, and that's straight up to this top corner, and that will measure 52 inches and a quarter. So that's 52 and a quarter inch, right up to this corner here, this edge. As you can see, that's the inside edge. Now, when that measurement is correct, because that down there, that bottom is never going to move. So when that measurement is correct, you know your roof is exactly where you want it. Now that measurement will automatically come when you're pushing it. When you push it, when we're putting this post in, all these posts in the back, it will automatically fit in here. This is the frame for the back. It's a very sturdy frame, as you can see. It's a 30mm by 3mm box section. Now what we've done, as you can see these two holes here, these are 2 of the 3 bolts inside here to hold the boot on. This is where the boot hinge would go previously. Now there was another bolt here, but I'm going to use that one because that one's been cut off. It's these 2 towards the front. So it's that one and that one. Now this frame bolts on in there. It can only bolt on in one place, and that is there. Because the frame's made in a jig, it's obviously in the right shape it needs to be. Both sides, that side and that side. As you can see, up at the top it goes straight up and it comes straight across. At this top edge here, as you can see, there's 2 holes inside. It fits in the bottom one, it goes directly in. It goes directly into here, and that fits perfectly into that bottom edge. That bottom edge there. And when you've got that right in there, if this isn't going in, that's because your measurement's wrong. You've got that measurement right. As soon as you bolt this frame on the back, that will slot straight into there. No problem at all. Now we're going to weld this up, but obviously we're not going to weld it straight away. We're going to wait to make sure everything else fits first. But leave it like this, in position, and that will do the job.